You are welcome to Nana's Tarot and Oracles. I am the Nana, and Nana loves you. You have a home here for comfort and contemplation, hope and inspiration, rest, renewal, and relaxation. Your readings here may empower you to use your intuition to help you towards a better life. All readings are dedicated to truth and light, but cannot take the place of professional services of any kind. Readings are general for the collective, and if they do not sound right for you today, today's reading may not be for you. Try again another day. If you like what you're hearing, please select the like button below and subscribe with all notifications. It's free. Share with your friends or family. If you have a question or a comment, I'll try to answer it below. You are important to Nana, and Nana is always happy to have a chance to speak to you again today. Today is March the 20th of 2026, and today is the Vernal Equinox. It is the first day of spring. It is also, coincidentally, the first day of Aries season in the Astrological New Year. Let's see if I can blow this up a little bit. This came from someone named Katie Simplot on Everything Alive. And she says, we're witnessing something that hasn't happened in 4,000 years. Most years, the equinox is just a seasonal shift. This year, it's different. Mercury retrograde is ending just as Aries season and the astrological new year begin. With Saturn and Neptune also meeting at 0 degrees of Aries, we are stepping into a rare double zero alignment, a true clean slate. This isn't about pushing harder or forcing outcomes. It's about stepping into alignment. The resistance you've been feeling is lifting. The delays are clearing. The wait is officially over. You're moving forward into a new chapter of your life, not a repeat of your past, something entirely different. Everything changes from here. But what I would say to you is that we are not completely done now with Mercury retrograde, even though we're close. Here is some information about what Mercury going direct brings, and it does bring some more clarity and some streamlining, a time when you can possibly make better decisions, resolve unfinished business, deepen learning analysis, and empower ideas and project. Mercury ends its retrograde period moving forward again. But what I would say is that there is a shadow period following Mercury retrograde, and that will last this year until through the first week of April. So we still need to have a little caution and double check a few things, and we might actually expect to still see some technological problems, travel, snafus, things along those lines. And here's a pretty picture that I took off of Facebook page. Healing Energy Tools is the name of it, that shows our spring equinox, when we have the perfect balance between darkness and light all over the world, just for one day. Something to think about. And just to refresh your memory on Molly McCord's graphic, where she looks at the Equinox portal, we're about to have a big, what they call a stellium, 7 planets in Aries. We've got all kinds of get up and go energy about to arrive, but we also have intuitive pacing and empowered soul tribes. Remember, we've been getting that union card that tells us that we need to come together in community. Okay, so let's start today with a card from the Inner Temple Oracle. All cards were pre-shuffled before the reading. And this card is the Tall Poppy. And that certainly looks pink and springy, doesn't it? Let's see what the Tall Poppy is about. Excuse me. The Tall Poppy is in the activation suit. Here is the text, if you'd like to read it for yourself. And what it says is, the tale of the Tall Poppy says that the poppy that rises highest in the field will be cut down. This card appears when someone is called to be visible in the world and soar to greater heights than before. Yet they may feel daunted by the size of the call and fear negative reactions, criticism, and envy from people around them. Shame is a tool used by the patriarchy to keep us captive, so refuse to feel ashamed, refuse to take up less space. Refuse to be bound or dimmed. If you live in a way that attempts to appease everyone, your medicine will be wasted. Your presence being a vital note in the great orchestra of life, reach high and rise like the tallest poppy in the field, for this is your destiny. If you remember, when we did the new moon reading, we got the golden thread, which was a card about destiny. If fear or shame or confusion or grief come, do whatever you need to do to move this through your body. Dance, sing, shake, scream, walk, run. Talk to a trusted one. Don't let any part of your soul leave. Your light is needed here. Your inner temple activation, I refuse to take up less space or dim my light in accordance with others' opinions. I allow the potency of my truth and my light to occupy each and every cell and take up the entire room unapologetically. Yep. Now that we are getting into Aries, we are going to find that it is more of a time of action, a time to stand up and be counted. Now, let's look at a talisman oracle card. Our talisman oracle card for today is wisdom. And there is an octopus, an upside down octopus. And there's sacred geometry in this card, in these cards, to prompt your mind to think about whatever it is you need to think about. Let's see what the wisdom card has to say. In a reading, the power of the mind has no limits. Wisdom is not only about having all the information and knowledge, but about applying what we know to our situation. so that it adds meaning and promotes the common good. This card reminds you that it's time to live life in such a way that builds the spirit. The octopus on this card is upside down, and it invites you to look for alternative perspectives to broaden your vision. Sometimes all it takes is to distance ourselves from the situation to see more clearly what's best for us and everyone we love. Your third eye is awakened and focused on the scene, so don't be afraid to look for a new viewpoint. The talisman power uses this card when looking for a new perspective or solution, or when it's hard to come to terms with the outcome of a situation. Focus on this card and try to see your challenge as a witness or audience in a theater. How do you feel about what is at hand? Sometimes, literally hanging upside down can help bring a new train of thought. Try it. Your affirmation: I use the wisdom within. Perspective is important. And let's have a Trust Your Vibes card from Sonia Choquette. What kind of vibes are you getting? All right, our Trust Your Vibes card today: Protect Your Spirit, number 9. Number 9 is the number of nearing completion. And I would certainly say that we are today. I don't know that we actually need to read out of the booklet for that one. And let's look at a self-care, sacred self-care oracle card, because we need to take care of ourselves, don't we? What do we need to do today? Deep breathing. Okay. Deep breathing is an important way for us to calm and regulate our nervous system, particularly in times of stress. Always keep that in mind. So, and that is number 19, which reduces to 1. Number 1. And breathing is certainly number 1. If we don't breathe, nothing else happens. Let's get a significator card from the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. Our significator today is the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. Pentacles are the earth signs: Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. They represent money, material possessions, health, and also work. And this card is considered to be the card of the one who is becoming, 8s tend to be transitional cards, the one who is becoming a master at his craft. Presenting in the reversed position suggests to me that maybe today is to take a little time off from your work and relax. Consider your wisdom, protect your spirit, take some deep breaths, and enjoy the beautiful spring weather. On the reverse of the deck, a very joyful card. The 3 of Cups shows up. The 3 of Cups always reminds me of the triple goddess here, the maiden mother crone. Cups, of course, are the emblems of feeling, of emotion, of joy, of abundance, creativity, flow. 3 is the number of the Empress. The Three of Cups is considered to be a sign of celebration, and we can see fruits and vegetables down here. Rejoicing. This is certainly something that would be appropriate on the first day of spring, and maybe goes along with the stepping away from your work to take some time to celebrate. I like that. Let's see if we can get a clarifier from the Unfolding Path deck, which I think the cards look very springy with the pretty pink blooms. How many of us know that spring also brings pollen and allergies? Our clarifier is the Five of Wands. Wands are the fire signs, Aries, which is significant since this is the first day of Aries. Fives are the number of change. Aries is the fire sign, Leo is the fire sign, and Sagittarius is the fire sign. So this may have some relevance to your interpretation of this card for you. The Five of Wands is considered to be a card of competition or conflict that can be internal or external. In general, what I would say is that some of the astrologers, there's a fellow named Dr. Michael Lennox on YouTube, and he has red robe astrology readings every morning, which he does in his red bathrobe. And he says that we are going to have a couple of contentious days here with the current aspects. So be careful during your resting, relaxation, protect your spirit, and try to remember that there may be contentious aspects and take it easy. The reverse shows us the High Priestess. The High Priestess is a major arcana card, number 2. Number 2, of course, is a card of duality and of choices. The High Priestess is considered to be a card of intuition and knowledge. Presenting in the reverse position suggests to me that, again, this may be a day to just relax and wait for the intuition to arrive. I looked, and the next card is the Ace of Swords, which is clarity. Swords, of course, are intellect and communication, the air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So let's have some clarity and communication and some relaxation and celebration, shall we? And this deck volunteered today. This is the Triple Goddess deck. Again, I'm wondering if this is not a validation of the fact that this card stepped up and said, I would like to be seen today for some clarification. This is the Nine of Swords, and the Nine of Swords in reverse, which is the way I like to see it, because the Nine of Swords in the upright position is a card of thinking too much and worrying too much. So, getting it in the reverse position suggests that you shouldn't worry so much. You should relax. You should celebrate. You should have some clarity and wait for your intuition to kick in, and beware of too much conflict. Okay, let's have a rune. Our rune for today is Sewelu. Sewelu is the rune we got in the last reading of victory. And I would say that that just emphasizes that last reading. Victory, enlightenment, and regeneration. Yes, celebrate, relax, revive, get clarity, take a deep breath, get some wisdom, protect your spirit, all good things. Now, let's have a hexagram from I Ching, the Book of Changes. Our hexagram for today is number 57. And that's an interesting looking picture. Let's see what Benabel Wynn has to say about number 57. Number 57. Use gentle force. And the oracle says, the power you exert must be a gentle force. The wind is powerful because time is its power. The wind uses time to accomplish all endeavors, so you too, like the wind, must use time to accomplish your endeavor. Be the unseen influence. The magus casts a spell that will produce an unseen influence, whether the warrior advances or retreats. Both decisions will bode well, so long as the decision is made with conviction. One must delve below the surface, perhaps into the unconscious mind, to understand the situation at hand. Do not change paths time and time again. Open your heart-mind to heaven. You'll be led to the right course of action. Take that path, step by step, the same path time and time again. The wind is favorable, small gains to be had. This says, follow the order that has been predestined. The sage is given a decree. Submit to the direction of the winds. Once again, this says to me, take a break today and celebrate. And then it says a favorable wind, there are small gains to be had, a journey will be auspicious. Go forth to see the imminent one. That sounds very propitious to me. Thank you for tuning in to Nana's Tarot and Oracles today. You make Nana's day. Nana loves you and hopes you leave a question or comment below. Select the like button, subscribe, it's free, and select all notifications. I will see you again soon in peace and love. Happy Vernal Equinox and happy Mercury direct. Thank you. I love you. Have a wonderful day.